Now you're gonna hear me on the radio station. Back then you wasn't ready for this kind of sensation. Well, I was on your bus, but I was in the back. I wore a unicorn shirt, but now I'm dressed in black. Now I'm twice as good looking. I got all the kitty I need. I'm on a roll, 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 roll. I'm on a roll, roll, roll,
You're so annoying.
You know what you are? You're annoying.
roll, 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 roll.
Well, hello.
Friends, we are back for another episode of the Quarantine Sunday Show. I am still Sean Rao, and this is episode 15. 15 of these we've done. Now, a few things before we get started. If you can donate to the virtual tip jar, that is awesome, and the way to do that is to follow the link that's in this video. If you're watching on my website, you can click on that little donate button. But that's that. If you can donate, it's awesome. If you can't, don't worry. Just spread the word. What else? Playing some new songs on the set that you haven't heard. And for those of you who've been coming week after week, mainly for the lamp and the couch, I am sad to say that I will be keeping those items, but I may be moving the show into a different room, because this room, I have to break down my living room every other day to do this show, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I am going to be moving to a different room. A couple songs today are going to be in a different room. I'll explain that later. And before we get started, a big announcement that those of you, especially those of you who supported me on Kickstarter, you'll be getting an update soon on Kickstarter. But we are going to be releasing the album that's been on hold forever, and it's going to come out in this summer sometime, hopefully August. But that's called The Darkness Dressed in Colored Lights. A lot of the songs that I've been playing on the show, you've heard, they're going to be on the record. So Kickstarter supporters, album's coming. Awesome, right? And let's begin.
Tired, but our hands are in the fire. This ain't no time for dreaming. You'll snap that cosmic wire. We'll go crashing from the ceiling. You'll be crying, you'll be kneeling, you'll be wasted away. Your angel doesn't work for free anymore. No. Angel Gabriel, I hear just what you're saying. And I used to work for love, but I don't know just what I'm paying for. Could it really be that the river I see cannot take me home anymore? Whoa, whoa, right. Now before you shoot out the sun, before you conjure up the thunder, there must be some piece of gold, some kind of magic little number. You won't get so high if you keep asking why. There's a price at the top of the chain. There's only one way to fit through the door. Angel Gabriel, you're sticking like a sliver, and I only got one heart and such an underrated liver. Now go back to your boss, tell him I'm happy I've lost. I can't wait to get back to the blues. Oh, oh, right.
This song was recorded for my album New Lore in Memphis, Tennessee. And, you know, I love making albums. There's something about the process that is very immersive for me, you know, and I know it is for a lot of other songwriters if you're really serious about it. There's something very transient about the whole enterprise. You know, you just kind of like show up, you go into this zone where really nothing else kind of matters, you know, outside of like an emergency. You know, you are just there and focused on this kind of sound picture that you have on your head. And the really cool thing about when you go in to make a record, you really don't know what the end is going to be. And you don't know if it's going to quite match what you're hearing in your head, you know, because in my case, there's a bunch of other people involved, you know. A lot of the players that we had on that record, in fact, everybody who played on New Lore, I didn't know them until I met them in Memphis, you know. So it was a blind kind of musical experience, but a beautiful one, you know, and that it was full of surprises for me. Some songs were created on the spot that we, you know, I wrote a few of those tracks on the album while I was in the studio. And, you know, so you get these surprises that you weren't, you know, you didn't expect. Some things don't work, so you chuck them. They end up on the cutting room floor, and then other things, you know, really surprise you, and you end up coming out with something that was totally unexpected. And this song, it's a song called I Can't Make a Living from Holding You. I was really hearing it differently than it came out, but I really love the way it came out. But I had to be convinced. And the producer, just a sweetheart of a guy and super talented producer that worked on this record with me, Matt Ross Bang, he really had to convince me to keep this song on the record. I was not going to keep it on there. But as the more that I listened, the more I could see, okay, there is something really here, you know. But for this version, you know, this is a real stripped down version of me and the guitar, and I think it captures the feeling of the song. And I kind of rearranged it a little bit from the album version. So if you compare this one to the album version, it's definitely different. Anyways, I played it on the show before, but it's been a while, so give it another go. Here we go.
Battle and bruise, that's how I come rolling in. All the kids are asleep, there's a yellow porch light, you're sitting on the swing. But I'm just here tonight, you know I'm only passing through. And I can't make a living just from holding you. Today on the line, your voice sounded tired and thin. You said you remember a time we could turn on a dime and just start over again. Now we can't build a home, we can't put it where we want it to. Oh, and I can't make a living just from holding you. It takes everything that I've got, and the road it don't that the truth? Remember the day on Easter we went walking. I promised you then I'd pay for the ring when my ship got in. But now we can't build a home, we can't put it where we want it to. Oh, and I can't make a living just from holding you. It takes everything that I've got, and the road it don't care if you bleed. I'm haunted by the man that I'm not, and I'm tied to the things I can't leave. Oh, true.
Alright, for this next song, I'd like to play a little number by one of my favourite artists of all time. See, when I do that, I forget what I'm actually supposed to be saying. Oh yeah, this is a song by Tom Waits, and it's called "Down in a Hole." It's a great song, and I got a lot of stuff happening on this, a lot of pedals, and you know, whenever you hear more than one sound, it's actually me playing at the same time. I just have the guitar routed a bunch of different ways, so there's a lot of sounds happening on this one. But anyways, hope you dig it. It's called "Down in a Hole." Your back. Well, I beg your pardon. Walk the straight and narrow track. If you wanna walk with Jesus, He gonna save your soul. But you gotta keep the devil way down in the hole. Right. Oh, now. The fire and the fury at His command. Well, don't you worry, hold on to Jesus' hand. I'll be safe from Satan when the thunder rolls. We just gotta keep the devil way down in the hole. Oh, 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 my. All the angels sing about Jesus' mighty soul, and the shield you with the wind, keep you close to the Lord. Don't pay heed to temptation, for His hands are so cold. You just gotta keep the devil way down in the hole, way down Whoa. Different room in the house. Okay. All right. And no tape on this guitar. What the hell is going on? Well, being sponsored by Takamine Guitars is great because I actually really like the company, and I've been using their guitars they've been my go-to live guitar for, I don't know, the last decade at least. And I wanted a guitar that I could just kick around in the house and write with and record some stuff with that I didn't, dress up too much. I won't be taking this out on tour, this one, but it's a lot like the very first guitar that I fell in love with. Cedar top, dents really easy, hence the tape. It does poke around a bit and you will dent that thing, but it sounds awesome. It's really hollow sounding and cool. So what am I going to play with this? I am going to play you a version of Lucinda Williams' song called It's Over. And it's just a great track. And as you know, I love Lucinda, and hope you dig this one. Here we go.
Told my baby one more time, don't make me sit alone and cry when it's over. I know, but I can't let it go. Like a fish out of water, cat in a tree. You don't even want to talk to me when it's over. I know, but I can't let it go. She won't take me back when I come around. Says it's sorry, she puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. Said I got a candle that burns so bright in my window every night, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. Now you don't like to see me standing around, feel like I've been shot and I didn't fall down. It's over, I know it, but I can't let it go. She won't take me back when I come around. Says it's sorry and she puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. She won't take me back when I come around. Says I'm sorry and she puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. She won't take me back for another round. Says she's sorry and she puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. Take me back when I come around. Says she's sorry and she puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. She won't take me back for another round. Says she's sorry and she puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck, and it's over. I know it, but I can't let it go. Let's go.
All right, so a lot of you know this track really well. This is called My Little Man, and it's, of course, about my son, Jack. When he was about almost 5, I took him to this musical instrument museum out west. He was on tour. It was one of the only times that he was able to hang for a whole tour. We took him out west and had a great time. But we ended up going to this musical instrument museum, and there was this one point where we're checking out this display of like a sort of a mock studio situation where you can actually go up and play a guitar that's plugged in, it's mounted so you can't move it, and on the other side of the glass is a drum set, and the other person can go up to the drum set. Well, I have this little video I'm going to share with you, but this was totally unexpected, where Jack just like picked up the drumsticks and he just started playing, and this is the first time we actually played anything together, and it was totally like unexpected. It was a weird, surreal moment, and I happened to have it captured on video, and I wanted to share that with you guys before I go into this next track. So check it out. Cool, right? Anyways, this is a song called My Little Man. Here you go.
It's not here at all. I cannot recall the game I played when I was young. Without your little face to put me back into place, I played good, but I can't believe that I won. The weight of my stare I cannot repair as I watch you grab for the light. Let your innocence reign for one last refrain before I kiss your face goodnight. Now, old Mr. Crow, tell me what you know when to steal and when to dive. One day my little man won't fit in my hands, so take the slack that I've left behind. I can't say I planned it, I flew forever just to land it. My religious devotion, I can't pretend to understand it. Everybody has a notion, but someday you will know who I am. Oh, my little man. Death says hello, are you ready to go? Well, I was ready at 21, but now the truth is too old, and I know too damn much. I can't go yet without my son. My little man, I love you so much, I'm gonna let you sleep tonight. But I want you to know that every time that I go, that it's me who falls down on the night. can't say I planned it. I flew forever just to land it. My religious devotion, I can't pretend to understand it. Everybody has a notion, but someday you will know who I am. Oh, my little man.
Now, this next one is a song that I've rarely played on the show. I think I did it one time on the Quarantine Show, and it might have been done when we first started the Quarantine Show in April, which was a totally different format. It was straight live, so it may have been on there. It's a song called Horses. It came out on my record, The Salesman and the Shark. When we were in the studio doing that song, I remember that I may have gotten carried away with all of the different instruments that I remember thinking, okay, let's try this. Let's try all these percussion instruments on it. Let's throw this organ on it. Let's put these strings on it. I just kept going and going. And in the end, I think it's a cool track, but it didn't, there may have been a better way to capture what my original feeling was in my head. So I don't know that it quite made it there. But it was still a cool track, and this is a song that got requested a bunch of times on the show. I haven't done it very much, so I'm going to do it again. It's a song called Horses, and here you go.
Sky was moving with his bike, and he flew past the dollhouse cutouts, all suggesting signs of life. There were voices in the wood he didn't know if he had it right. They didn't know if he would listen, but they were thinking that he might. Now we could not articulate that kind of doom. Well, there was something in the silence like suggestions from the moon. And at night he leaves the light on. Little child, I have come. I will go through the rain and snow if you keep me on your side. Lay your head, do not fear. The gun we're under, the lightning thunder is just one side of the wall. And there were countless times he knew there was more to take. Through the veneer of empty smiles, in between all the hands and shakes. flesh, behold a human machine. And with eyes so cold and vacant, only statues could believe. Oh, and he could not wrap his young mind around the band. And the polish, it would not stick, and the truth will never end. And at night he leaves the light on.
All right, so this next song is a Neil Young song. I've never covered Neil Young, at least not on the show. And this is a great song. It's called Harvest Moon. You guys know this. Not everybody's a fan of Neil Young. You know, so his voice is an acquired taste. I certainly love his stuff, and his voice always grew on me. But if you've been on my Instagram, I did this thing called Literal Karaoke. It was meant to be a series, but I only had one short episode. It's basically what I was trying to do is take literal meanings from song lyrics and piece together these little video sort of vignettes of that idea. So if you haven't seen this, this is my literal karaoke of Neil Young, and then we'll get back to the song. Okay.
Blue, blue windows behind the stars. Yellow moon on the rise. Big birds flying across the sky, throwing shadows on our eyes. Leaves us helpless, helpless, helpless.
Stupid, right? All right. Here we go. Harvest Moon.
Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like the children sleeping, we could dream the night away. But there's a full moon rising, let's go dancing in the light. We know the music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I loved you from afar. when we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late and the moon is climbing high. And I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. But I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon.
This song was recorded for my record Madman, a song off there called Shine My Diamond Ring. And that Madman record was pretty crazy in that it almost didn't happen. A lot of things that were out of my control that kind of took over. One, I lost my voice, which was probably the worst thing that could have happened just before we were about to record, and ended up taking these steroids, jacked out of my mind. While I was doing this record. So a lot of stops and starts that we weren't prepared for. Severe cold weather. We had some 25 degree below zero days where the lock to the front door was not able to open. So we got locked out of the studio at times. The studio got broken into, a lot of the gear stolen. And it was just nuts. But we ended up with the record in the end that I was proud of. And this is a track off there. It's called Shine My Diamond Ring. Here we go.
To my desert land, wash my sorrow. Take my weighted hand to my desert land, wash my sorrow. Thunder hammering, I'm under, can't get clean. I wonder how long. Thunder hammering, I'm under, can't get clean. I wonder how long. I lay down every night, at my best, I'm alright. Way down in the light, oh, there's a dark room calling my name. Shine my diamond ring, take my separate, keep my baby from the cold. Shine my diamond ring, take my separate, keep my baby from the cold. Mama, come to me and set my soldier free, keep my baby from the cold. I lay down every night, at my best, I'm alright. Way down in the light, there's a dark room calling my name. shine my diamond ring, shine my diamond ring, shine my diamond ring. Mama, come to me, set my soldier free, keep my baby from the cold. Mama, come to me, mama, come to me, set my soldier free. Yeah.
This next song was written for my record called New Lore. It was actually the very first song that we recorded in the studio in Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm going to play it now the way I played it on the record. I actually play it a little different live, and I've been playing it a little bit different live. And I'm going to play it how it is on the record, which is just kind of a different way to finger pick the guitar. Here we go. This is Gas Station Rose.
But we can't have a garden while we're still on the road. There's only room on the dash for a gas station rose. You know that when I shut up, I got something to say. I was looking at you, you were looking away. At least we dodged the New York winter, but maybe the mountain in our eyes looks more like a molehill from the other side. We are the elders of our minds. We're on our own, we're on our own. Another year going by like the signs on the street. Highway 75, Nebraska, flat as a sheet. Living out of the trunk, we bounce around like a dream. Another major drawback, another sweet in between. At least we're both confused together, but maybe the mountain in our eyes looks more like a molehill from the other side. We are the elders of our minds. We're on our own, we're on our own. The mountain in our eyes looks more like a molehill from the other side. We are the elders of our minds. We're on our own. But maybe the mountain in our eyes looks more like a molehill from the other side. We are the elders of our minds. We're on our own.
All right, this song goes out to Blaze Foley. Blaze Foley is an artist who's no longer alive, and he died really young. He was, I think, in his 30s. I wasn't familiar with his stuff until a few years ago. I was at a house concert that I was doing, and at the end of the show, somebody said, you should check out Blaze Foley's stuff. And, I had nothing much to do on the ride home but listen to music, so that's what I did. Put on some Blaze Foley. And this first song that came on was a song about Girl Scout cookies. I didn't resonate with that one. Maybe that'll change. But I didn't resonate with that one. I was like, I don't know why this guy thought I would be into this. But then I just I'll let the next one play. And I was like, this is, wait a minute, there might be something here. And then I heard this song, If I Could Only Fly, which is heartbreaking song, wow. And he had something about him. He also did a song called Clay Pigeons, and that was covered by some people. But he had this real melancholy way about him. And there was something about this track. It's been covered before by some country artists that I'm aware of. But great song. Here's my version of If I Could Only Fly. It goes like this.
Almost felt you touching me just now. Still don't know which way to turn and go. I feel so good and I feel so bad. Wondering what I ought to do. If I could only fly, if I could only fly, I'd bid this place goodbye to come and be with you. But I can hardly stand, I got nowhere to run. Another sinking sun, another lonely night. The wind keeps blowing somewhere every day. Tell me if things will get better somewhere up the way. Just dismal thinking on a dismal day. Sad songs for us to bed. Sometimes I write happy songs, but then all these little things go wrong. Still I wish they could all make you smile. Maybe tomorrow we can get away. I'm coming home soon and I wanna stay. Lord, I wish you would come with me when I go again. If I could only fly, if I could only fly, I'd bid this place goodbye to come and be with you. But I can hardly stand, I got nowhere to run. Another sinking sun, another lonely night. If I could only fly, If you could only fly, if we could only fly, there'd be no more lonely nights.
Well, folks, that's all the time I got for today. As always, thank you so much for supporting me. If you can donate to the tip jar, please do. And as you know, when the show is done, it will continue to air for the next day and a half. And after that, it goes to my Patreon supporters. So if you're interested in behind the scenes stuff, backstage, this and that, plus access to all of the quarantine shows in an archive, please consider becoming a member. $5 and up gets you access to all of these shows. All right, so next week, bye-bye.